We're the Hubbards, and this is our story. We originally met via Instagram. As I was about to approach my next hair show, I started brainstorming, and I realized because of the name of my show, Kings and Queens Royalty, I needed a king. I remember in my very dark days being able to be inspired by a young man's post on Instagram. They were very, very, very enlightening. The captions had detailed messaging, even as far as Bible verses. And I remember going to that young man's page and asking him if he would be open and willing to share and actually guest speak at my show in February.
Our first encounter was her requesting that I actually be a part of a hair show that was coming up. And it was something that I'd never done before. It was something I knew that was going to challenge me, but it was intriguing to know that she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself.
He was very honest and told me that he had never done anything like that before, but glory to God.
I was going through a period of time in my life, taking care of two beautiful children, and recovering from a divorce. So ultimately, I was at a point where I wasn't really looking for a relationship really, but was open to the idea.
I thought that it was just going to be business, but then there started to be a spark. Once I found out from this man of God that he was on the same path as me in celibacy, we were reading the same book, The Wait, I knew that God was starting to speak to me in different ways.
We were practicing celibacy, reading The Wait. That was an amazing thing to find out that another woman was reading that. I got an opportunity to find something in myself that I never thought I had. She saw something in me that was greater than what anyone had ever seen, and that was a blessing all by itself. When a man knows that you're his wife, you don't have to tell him. I knew that Sheree was my wife. I had an opportunity to, ask her dad and ask her mom for a hand in marriage, which I received both of their blessings. Weeks prior to me actually proposing and we getting engaged. From that time, we knew that it was God's will for us to be married, and we just wanted to make sure that we were obedient and in the will of God. And because of that very reason, God does bless marriages and He shines upon them. And we were grateful. Fast forward, we decided that we wanted to get married as soon as possible. We began to make the necessary steps in preparation to get married by May 26th.
Planning a wedding, ladies, that can be a little bit stressful, even if you haven't yet planned one. Just the idea and seeing movies and seeing different things, it's not something that most people do in a week and a half. We couldn't just do it our way because God needed to be able to reveal to other people what redemption looked like, being as though my husband was definitely in a marriage before and had been divorced not even a full year before we got married. That's true redemption. Most people, especially men, don't even want to give love a second chance. Also, my lifestyle prior to God transforming me, my prior lifestyle as a lesbian, most people don't come out of that, let alone less than a year later getting married. So it was truly, truly a blessing. We actually moved in to our home the week of our wedding. So that was another testimony in and of itself. So it was crazy. And just seeing how God allowed us to get married in our backyard, showing our family members who have never had a home before that this is what God can do if you allow Him to. Before we got married, we knew that it was going to be a lot of work. Marriage is not always sunflowers and daisies and roses. It is definitely work.
Absolutely.
And what marriage does is reveal everything that is in you. I'm grateful that I have a partner who loves God more than he loves me.
Absolutely.
And that I love God more than I love him. We have created, through the grace of God, Legacy of Love Ministries, which will be a ministry that our children's children and children's children, and so many others, not just our family, but generations to come will be able to benefit from, because God blesses us so that we can bless others. And I'm so looking forward to launching this, and I hope you all are able to follow us via social media so that you can get inspired, and so that you can also, not even if you're married, doesn't just have to be married couples, but just people who have that desire in their heart can be inspired and see different things that can prepare you for it.